welcome back, anglers. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned to Ultimate Fishing Simulator. We're going to keep working with our current rod setups, and we're going to keep working with is trying our bottom feeding setup. Now, one of the things I want to aim for are the channel catfish from... Actually, I'm pretty sure it's channel catfish. A nice thing to check for all the species of fish on a map is just opening up the map page itself, and you have the full list to the right here. So we have both channel and flathead catfish we could possibly get. I think the pumpkin seed and the white... It's possible a few of these species are also DLC exclusive, but they don't list them here. But, oh, I actually didn't realize there might be a lot more of the lake we can go out fishing on. But because of the rod pod I have for our bottom feeding thing, I probably won't be able to use a boat for taking that out. But what I'm going to work at is try and get more of the catfish, so I want to make sure I've got everything equipped properly for that. So peas are best for channel catfish, but the current ground bait I've got is not. So we want... Here we go. Yeah, I'll just buy that. We'll equip that. Now, what is the difference between that one and that? I'm actually not sure, but we might as well at least have it in both slots there, so that way they'll hopefully do their thing. We'll keep that as a size 6 hook for now. And let me use Hunter Vision just to see if there's anything I can spot. Yeah, it looks like more fish are out in the water to the right side, but trying to spot the catfish is a little bit difficult right now. Let me see. Okay, there is a bit of a cooldown the Hunter Vision has, so I need to wait on that. I think there's one over here, so let's cast this out. And we'll set up the rod pod. I'll put that in. And leave that to do its thing till it lets us know. And I want to check and see. I've got... What is lure... Oh, my bad. I was going to see, what lure do I have on there right now? But I guess this will be a good time to be able to check and see. Yeah, so we've got the Kubo KKW-5. The Taquino is good for striped bass and spotted bass. Maybe we'll pick that up and equip it. And we'll use the size 4, because I think a lot of the species in the lake here, or Powell Lake we're on again, aren't that big. So we'll just try and see whatever happens as we go along here. Let me reduce our retrieval a bit. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll spend another weekend or two on this map. I do want to actually try hopping in one of the boats and seeing how much of the lake there is to fish on, with that being an option. And then we'll probably be good to look at advancing towards the next lake as well. We do need $400 for the license to get out there, but once we have it unlocked, we can easily travel to any of the maps we want for no cost at all. And I do have to say, for my taste in that, I do think I prefer Ultimate Fishing Simulator over Russian Fishing 4. I do think Russian Fishing 4 has the better, like, fighting the fish, trying to mind, like, the tension and everything to there. But I still play games more as, like, pastime hobby, and I don't know if I'd be looking to invest as much time or money into, like, how Russian Fishing 4 can be at times to tackle stuff. I think that's kind of like how the Hunter Classic was as well for me, is there is a lot of... As much as they are free-to-play games, they still will take an investment of something in them. So you really gotta judge on how much time or money you're willing to invest in something for what you'll get out of it in return. And truthfully, I think that's a catfish down there. So I wonder if I should try getting our bottom fishing rod and tossing way out here. But yeah, I still like the more gamey feel. I like the idea of being able to have like this different field of view, to actually seeing your lure going through the water, watching the fish fighting within its mouth. A little bit more simplistic, and some things are more Actually, I should say more. It does feel approachable. It doesn't feel like it's a lot of information overload to yourself. There are still some aspects of it that could be explained a bit better, such as like when you're trying to fight the fish, whether you should just crank the drag up and let the fish keep taking the line out, or if you should be trying to actually like reel in and fight in return. It is all matter, I think, more so to personal tastes and goals of what you're trying to seek out for like the fishing game you pick. There's nothing to say, too, you can't play both if you want more of an arcade action. I'm trying to think of what best kind of explanation be for it. More like just a pick-up-and-play fishing game. Ultimate Fishing Simulator would probably offer more for it, but if you are looking for something to be able to heavily invest in, get a lot more skill and experience, and take your time to really have a lot of growth you can get with it, Russian Fishing 4 does beat it hands down. I'll try this last cast out here. Yeah, see, it says there are a variety of fish, but nothing that's been going after this lure, so maybe I'll have to try changing it out and picking up something else. I also haven't been hearing our feeding rod go off yet, so nothing seems to be interested in that yet. I wonder if... Oh, there's something. Yeah, for instances like this, where you're kind of, like, quickly fighting the fish, I don't know what the better option would be for what you're supposed to exactly do. I can just, like, fumble around trying to guess if I have to pull in or increase the drag or whatever. But it would still be good to know, like, specifically what I should be aiming to try to do. Now, I'm going to reset the throw. 2 little bait and feeder, new portion added. Okay. Let me try getting way out. And again, I wish I knew if there is something like we were supposed to be able to let it keep sinking all the way to the bottom. It just sits at a certain amount of depth in the water. It might be because I am coming off of Russian Fishing 4 that had much more interaction for this type of rod. Yeah, I just don't really know what to do for it. Well, it's at least cast out there, that's good. And, Yeah, we'll keep working with this as well. Ooh, did I get... I feel like I got pushed away from where the rod pod is. But I do wonder... I don't know if I'd ever, like, tackle a realism playthrough or difficulty of Ultimate Fishing Simulator on the... like, as a series for the channel. Just because the only things that would probably be... Actually, whatever would be added would basically be more so some things taken away. Like the hunter vision, getting to see the different view for the rod you're using. With those taken away, it would probably be kind of similar to how Rush Fishing 4, it is just watching the line and the tension meter as you bring something in. That's not to say there's anything too wrong with it, but again, I just really like having some of these things where they can go beyond what you can see in reality for it, where you can watch what's going on underneath the water and that, like, and the... Well, you can't really turn the camera around too much to get a full view. Okay, that just registers a streak. That is something I should try working on, is trying to figure out the other, luring methods. Because, like, so far all I really got is straight. I think there's also... Yeah, I've got to figure out what the other ones are. There we go. Another fish on. Oh, he's not very far at all, so it should be pretty easy bringing it in. I say that, but it is taking a little bit of line out. Come on in, you. There we go. Another striped bass. Not too bad. Sell that off. We might even be close to level 8. And I should check and see how our skills are, too. Because I do like you have a little bit of an option of picking, like, what unlocks you want. If there are some that don't appeal to you, you can leave behind. So I think I'd want to go for Hunter Vision, too. It does give us a little bit more time so we can study the water to see where we might want to try casting out. But we need to get one more fish in, and that'll easily be that level hit. Actually, you know what? I should take a quick look now, because I think there is, help. When it comes to spinning fishing techniques, here we go. So straight slow is very slow and continuous dragging the bait. Straight is same method as above, but slightly higher reel speed. Lift and drop, reel line in slowly, using right mouse button every couple meters in order to twitch it. Just repeatedly reeling bait, lowering it back down the bottom, moving on for a short period of time. And twitching is... Okay, so you know what? If that's the case... Yeah, it says no luring method. So this is just straight slow. But that's not registering... Okay, maybe I'm twitching it a bit too much. Because it does say, like, every couple of meters I should be doing the, Yeah, I'll definitely have to work on that. I will at least hand that to, Called the Wildly Angler, is it did at least give you, like, a little timing window. As awkward as it was, because it wasn't, like, a single button press in order to, like, say, when you're trying to jig the line or anything. You at least got a window of knowing, okay, I have this much of a time period if I have to do that style or that technique for it to register that's what you're doing. Whereas first we're trying to do our spinning here, all I really know so far is the simple straight or straight slow. Come on, let's see if we can get something to strike. I mean, I can hear fish jumping around, hitting all bits of the water around us. So maybe I just gotta try changing up the lure we've got on. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try changing the lure up. I'm really surprised our feeding rod has not had anything for it yet, because it does have the bells in. The bells are on it, so it should let us know when something's there. What other kinds of lures do we got? We've got spoons that we've got the one we've put on. We tried a second spinner. There are also hard lures. Let me try that. We'll keep it a size 6 and see. This is like the entry-level lure from looks of it. Or, well, one of them. Yeah, we'll try this and just see if we get any more interest from it here. And I want to check too, because this is a hard lure. Okay, see, I was kind of expecting... There are some lures that have like a little plastic bevel, or like a spoon out the front, and as you reel them in, they'd actually dive down in the water, so you're trying to reel them in. I thought maybe we'll have some lures like that, but maybe this entry one is just... doesn't have it to it. I should double check the species that we do have on this map to make sure I am actually matching lure types to what we're trying to catch. Because that's something I could easily see having made a mistake on and rushing a little too much to try other things. Yeah, we'll bring that back in. Okay, so the map has striped bass, largemouth, smallmouth, largemouth, smallmouth. So I think that's my problem, is the bass that I'm trying to use the lures for. That does have large and smallmouth are best for that. Taking a look. Yeah, see, none of these kind of have what I was expecting to be able to, like, show off and explain. I mean, there is flies eventually we'll get to. Let me just go through. No, this one should be good for... It does say largemouth and smallmouth. It is only 33. One nice thing, too, is that even if you pick up the one, you can always switch out the hook sizing you want for it, so it's no problem. That is a nice touch, I have to admit, that I really like, where it doesn't feel like you have to pick up each individual bit of gear, and there's also the chance that you could lose it, too. So let's see if maybe we get any more interest with trying to use this. Oh. Looks like we might have somebody on. Yeah, there we go. That'll at least bring us to level 8, and I think I'll have to bring in that bottom fishing rod, or... I shouldn't call it a bottom feeding rod, because it's technically just a feeding rod from, like, the inventory. So it might be that it is operating a lot differently than how I'm used to, or the bit of experience I've got from the other game. But yeah, let me take you, bring you in, We'll take that down. And let me double check. That's a feeder. The line should be fine. That does say bottom. Yeah, there's no other options for that. There's no reason for a float on this. Maybe I'll step that up to a number 4 hook. That should be just fine. We've got for channel catfish, and that is what is on... Yeah, that's right here. It does say for channel catfish, though I wonder if I should look at... We'll try the bread in place. Oh, and actually, let me check, because, yeah, we did get up to the next level. So, the only thing I unlocked extra was Hunter Vision. I don't really think I need more cast strength. I don't think the experience gain is all that big of a deal right now. I mean, I do have 2 skill points, but we'll pick that up. We'll definitely get the lower prices when we hit level 10, too. Because that, I do like that you can keep reducing price and make it easier to pick stuff up. Yeah, we'll try this over here and see if we can get anything else a little more interested in it. And let me just set the rod pod up. Set that in it. Just wait and see if we hear anything from that. And then we'll try with the spoon again. And I think our next objective will probably be for us to try using the, or trying to get a fly fishing rod setup done. Because I'm curious to see how that's going to go along. I don't know if it's going to have, like, some of the techniques that we've been using for the casting line, or it's going to be a lot different. Because truth be told, I don't think there's a lot of games that have actually tackled or have tried to do the fly fishing. Like, the only one that, I mean, granted, I don't play a lot of fishing games to be able to say, like, okay, this one tried this one tried that. But, like, from experience, Call of the Wild the Angler didn't. Rush Fishing 4 doesn't have it. I think the only fly fishing that comes to mind is from a mini game, which was in Far Cry 5, the one that's set in North America, Montana. I do admit I enjoyed that. Oh, we got somebody interested back there. I thought maybe something was coming in. I guess not. Okay. Well, we'll still try to get it cast out. Again, I'd like to at least get one thing from the feeding rod this episode. But I don't know if there is a way to... Like, at least here I can watch and see that it does slowly sink all the way down to the bottom, but I have no idea what happens when it comes to the other rod. Oh, that might be... Yeah, that looks like a fair-sized catfish possibly down there. I don't know if it's actually trying to, like, eat the other fish, because the two seem like they're going kind of like the same place over and over. Maybe what I'll try doing is... On this cast, I'm not going to change my view. We'll just toss it really far out. No more bait and feeder. Okay, well... First time I think I've seen that come from there. I wonder if maybe I have to change the hook size on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this come as straight slow. Now I'll do one twitch. Wait till it says like 22. Yeah, I'll have to take some more time practicing, try to figure these out. Because I feel like if I can figure them out, then we might have a little bit of an easier means of doing that. Yeah, might as well pick... Okay, now that's just insulting. I'm trying to catch one of you guys, and you're literally swimming up to a point where I could just get the net and scoop you out the water, almost. Okay, let me bring this back, and let me take a look at what the setup is again on it. Wait, what happened to the... Oh, no, wait, my bad. This is what... Right, okay, so... That should be correct. That... I'll change it to a size 6, although it keeps saying that's fine. Maybe I'll try it so that way it's a bit different. They all are for channel catfish. But maybe changing up the different baits will help more for it. And we'll put that in there. Let me also take another look at what we've got here. Maybe changing this to a 6 is what I need. See if that gets us a little bit more interest here. I'm actually not sure what that fish was. I don't think it's one I've caught before. And yeah, I'm seeing... Looks like there's quite a few catfish in the area, but for some reason I just cannot seem to get any interested on our bottom rod, or our feeding rod. I might even take another look at the menu and the help page just to see if there's anything I'm missing when it comes to that. We'll slowly bring this in. Doesn't look like anything was interested in taking it this go around. Right, so do bottom fishing. Hook with base placed bottom lake or river. Do this, waits for feeders with bait or attached line. And that's all it really has to say. Yeah, it does feel like certain ones are more fleshed out than others when it comes to the info to work with. Okay, let's go up to the one I've got. We'll equip that again. Yeah, I'll keep it size 6. I'm not sure. It's maybe because there's... Okay, see, there should be a lot of there are all kinds of catfish here. I guess that might explain why I'm not getting anything on my spinning rod. But then why are you not getting any interest on it? Is that it? Okay, maybe that's my problem. You have to toss ground bait out alongside the rod to get interest, because as soon as that got tossed out, it was like, oh, okay, free to go, here you go. Here's something right on that line. Yeah, not too big, only 1.65 kilograms, but we can still sell it off for a little bit. So maybe that's where I've been messing up, is I haven't actually been doing all the steps necessary for how they have bottom feeding in this game. It's both get the rod set up and toss ground bait out. I don't know if that's the true case or not, but we'll put that to the test in tomorrow's episode. For now, we'll end things right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Ultimate Fishing Simulator. If you did like the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, share in the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video or episode, anglers, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.